beyond that semi-final defeats. They've got a game against Germany. No, be ready physically, mentally, and psychologically.
Absolutely right. Look at the performance of the girls and then, how things ended up for them against Colombia. They had a chance to win, they didn't win, and all of that. And then we talked about how, the psychological battles were for them.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I think this is better.
Yeah.
Talked about the psychological battles for them. And they build up to how they lost penalties, and then the crying and all of that. The young ladies, so they need a lot of psyching up, to get themselves out of that psychological dark place to get into this particular win. And then, it even gets trickier because the faces opponent before and then they lost. So they'll be thinking, well, this might be a second back-to-back loss for us and all of that. But I think they have the quality to get a win against the Germans. The Germans, got heartbroken at the final minute against Spain. That shows you that they're beatable, basically. So I'm looking forward to that kind of performance. But I hope that Bankole has done a good job in trying to psych up the girls. I saw the tweet, made by Alvin Dalzozo yesterday evening. Well, it's a good thing from the captain of the side. It's good that she's taking responsibility, apologize to the country and the fans and football world generally for how things ended up for them. But I think they should move on, basically. And I hope that Bankole has been able to tell them I should move on, basically, because you have a shot at the third place finish. And that's something we haven't done before in the history of the country. So that would also be history on its own. So they should go, move all out, focus on the game, and get a win if possible.
All right, now let's still stay with women's football back here in Africa. Solorex Bayelsa Queens have beaten Moroccan club RCA 11 goals to nothing. What was a warm-up game ahead of their debut in the CAF Women's Champions League. The Nigerian champions secured a spot to play at the stage of the competition by winning the WAFO Zone B title in September. And they'll be playing in their first ever CAF Women's Champions League, sending a strong warning to their rivals in Group B, which includes reigning champions Mamelodi Sundowns. Julius Sunday scored 3 goals. Falconers forward Flourish Sebastian scored twice. Chinyere Grace scored 2 goals. Mayan Ezenagu also got a brace in that particular fixture. Itimi Mercy scored 1 goal, and there was an own goal, which increased the tally of the Nigerian champions to 11, with Racing Athletic Casablanca failing to find the back of the net in that particular fixture. Now, the CAF Women's Champions League starts on October 30, but Bayelsa Queens start their campaign on Monday, 31st October, against South African and African champions Mamelodi Sundowns at the Grand Stade de Marrakesh. Strong warning, strong signs. Well, Bayelsa Queens, Nigerian champions, definitely no pushover, Solorix.
Absolutely bright. One thing going to this particular game, you ought to win your friendly games, no matter what's the scoreline. You need to pick up maximum positives in games like this, so that building up to that particular game can boast on what you've done in the past and trying to see how you can go, grab 3 points going forward in this particular game. Bright. Anything South Africa, they of course Nigerians a lot, could recall in the Aisha Buhari Cup, now Mamelodi Sundowns against Seeded from South Africa. I think, the girls have done well. They need to see how they can grab the necessary 3 points in this particular group stage. So if you can get a good point, it gives you hope to go to the next round and see how you can land the trophy at the end of the day. But it's a fine start to be a very good one for the girls as well.
All right, now let's still look at the concluding story there. They're in what many describe as the group of death, alongside Egyptian, South African, Congolese champions. The taken Mamelodi Sundowns, they have Tipe Mazembe to face, and Wadi Dagla ladies. Remember, Bayelsa Queens will receive $400,000 should they win the tournament CAF Women's Champions League prize money. And winner gets $400,000. The runners-up get $250,000. Semi-finalists, the two get $200,000 each. Now we're talking a third of groups get $150,000 each, and fourth place in the groups get $100,000 each. We wish the ladies the very best as we begin the campaign against South African champions and African champions, Mamelodi Sundown ladies. Back home here, Elder Paul Bassi was the vice chairman of the Interim Management Committee of the Nigerian Professional Football League, NPFL's review. The committee is working to return the league on TV plus other modalities for a successful 2022-2023 season. The experienced journalist, cum sports administrator, was talking in an interview with, one of our own here, Bassi Ibiarisogo. Now, said, and I quote, going in as the IMC, we have found out that There's lots of work to be done within a very short time in order to organize a better league football next season. We all need the players who can get to succeed. Nigerians is so much in the hands to have the league started. We need a league sponsor. The sport minister wants the league on TV. The NFL president wants the league on TV. There's some contracts that are subsisting. We don't have the details. No proper handing over has been made. We have the case of the referees committee that has to be reconstituted. So we have the case of the stadiums that must be looked into. Now that's a whole lot, And now, so we're talking NPFL on TV, Mari. We're talking league format for the new season. Now, in a brief version, as it were, according to the vice chairman, the teams will be divided into 2 groups. The top 3 from each group participate in the Super 6 playoff, where the league champions will emerge, plus qualifiers for CAF club competitions. On the league resumption dates, no date has been announced yet, but the IMC vice chairman hinted that the focus is on finding solutions to identify challenges that may affect the smooth organization of this particular league. Well, they have their work cut out.
Yeah.
Now, but can all of that be sorted out? Can all of that be done and put in place before the commencement of the league? Isn't it too short? And isn't it? Aren't we out of time already?
You know the funny story. We don't even have a date when the league will commence. So I think that's tricky, because it'll be easy if we know that they give themselves a deadline and say, okay, by the end of the year we should do this, and by January the league should start. It'll be a lot better, But I think the problems are valid problems. But of course, how long will it take to solve all of them? And will they be able to solve all of these problems before the league starts? I'm thinking, I like the idea, Brighton. I believe that if it would take us to delay a little bit to solve the problems, yes, but how long? I'm thinking that maybe solve a few key problems and then start the league, and as league progresses, you try to fix even a lot more problems.
Now, looking at the challenges, which would you say is, is a must-do before the commencement of the league, and which can we already get and say, well, we can get started, and then while we're on, we can try and fix this?
Refereeing is a problem you need to solve right now. We need to solve, the referees' welfare first, because they are the ones that would run the league, basically. They run they determine a lot, basically. So make sure that referees are fixed, and then let's move away from this issue of home teams settling referees. It's caused a lot of problems over time. So fix the referees' issues, and then when the league starts in earnest, and then we start advertising our league, and then gradually we get it on TV, and then get sponsors. Yes, it might be difficult, but we've run the league without sponsors before. So I think the first thing you fix is with referees. And then as the league progresses on, and then we start pitching the league to sponsors and all of that. And then once the sponsors and see that we're doing very well and we have intentions, the IMC rather have got intentions, maybe they would come in and bring in a lot more money, and then gradually the league will be on TV. So if we want to wait for all of these problems to be solved, we'll wait for a very long time. I think we should just solve the key ones, like the referee issue, and then start. At least.
Now, the IMC vice chairman also talked about, location, quality of pitches, in the course of that interview, and then talked about the fact that, some of our teams, in fact, most of our teams play at the continent, the same venues that were approved by the then LMC for league matches, they meet CAF standard. So we have a situation where the likes of Plateau United, likes of Wiki Tourist, and Quarry United, rather, beg for pardon, now have to play away from home because, their natural home turf doesn't meet the standard, doesn't meet the requirement. And that's got to be another concern because, if we can't play football on good turfs here, how do we cope, Solorex, when we go away from home? Let's say we go to Morocco, go to Egypt, to go to even Libya, go to South Africa where they have proper pitches, proper football pitches. So it's not a sand kick and run kind of thing, proper football pitches.
Well, first off, Bright, I think, the structures have been put in place. Another thing is always maintenance culture. Like for example, the Nest of Champions, we do get to go there, watch games, and we see beds go there, mess the whole place up. And the fans will still be going the week in, week out to go watch the game, and those things will still be there without cleaning them up for the next match to, for the fans to come watch the next game. So I think first up, if you are putting these structures in place, we should also find a way and see how we can maintain them, because maintenance is key for a good lasting structure like we've put in place. So I think that's just ABC of it. Just put these things out there. Make sure you also pay, guys to take care of this particular. And that is the only way it's going to last, right?
Right. The issue of stadium is not entirely in the IMC's hands, it's not entirely in the club's hands. Remember that most of these clubs are run by the state government,
Yeah,
and the
but-
state government most times use the premises, use the facilities there.
Yeah, but again, now we talk about the quality of the pitches,
Yeah.
and of course the standard,
Yeah.
which should be obtainable to play a league match before a match venue is certified fit to host a league match. There are certain parameters,
Definitely,
right?
definitely.
There are things that are supposed to be
At least the basics, the fundamentals.
expected. So
Yeah.
if that's not in place, then you can't have matches in such places. So now the IMC vice chairman talked about, the potential of having some of these, teams playing home matches in the zone approved stadiums around their zone, stadium rather, around their zone, because we can't compromise on
Yeah,
standard.
but I think I want to agree basically, because that would also, push the owners of these clubs and the stadium to fix it. Push the club chairman to push the government to fix it so that they can get back, because there would be a lot of, it will be cost effective to start playing in a makeshift home stadium, because it'll be a lot more expensive than playing in your home. So I think that would also push the state government and in these clubs to definitely fix the stadium, and that for me would be good. Last season, I think the build up to last season, there was a story. It was after the late Chineme Martins died, where we didn't have medical facilities, that the LMC had to propose that each team would have to have an ambulance to the team and all of that. So that could also come in place this time around. Put a list of things you need to see in every stadium before games, and then the IMC go there, inspect each and every one of them before the start of the season. These are just the basic things that I think we should start with, and then gradually we'll start talking about TV, talking about sponsorship and all of that. If you wait for everything to be done, we won't start the league.
Super Eagles captain Ahmed Musa has promised to dole out 500,000 naira for each goal scored by the Olympic Eagles against Tanzania. The Olympic Eagles host Tanzania in the second leg of the CAF Under-23 Cup of Nations qualifying fixture at the Lekon Salami Stadium in Ibadan. Later tomorrow, Saturday, the Serengeti boys held the Olympic Eagles to a 1-1 draw in the first leg last weekend in Dar es Salaam. Enough of the stories from here. 90-222-31011-0827 624. Beginning with league, we look at team news, and of course we'll touch the rest of Europe this particular afternoon. Still right here with us, this is where the football fans converge every weekday, Monday to Friday, 3 till 4 p.m. You can also join us via Facebook and Planet 101 FM Sport page, or you could head to the verified Facebook page, Planet Radio 101.1 FM, where we're streaming live underneath the live feed. Drop a comments there, and we'll take them every step of the way. Aston Villa in one of the 3 p.m. fixtures. The other comes from the Vitality, where Tottenham Hotspurs travel to face Bournemouth. Chelsea, travel to face Graham Potter's former side in Brighton at the Amex Stadium. Crystal Palace versus Southampton, while Brentford are taking Wolverhampton Wanderers. Fulham taking Everton. Liverpool taking Leeds United. The games come up. Fulham Everton is for 5:30, while Liverpool Leeds comes up by 7:45 p.m. on Sunday. 2 clashes. Aston Villa not in action. It's Arsenal taking on Nottingham Forest by 3 p.m. while Manchester United at Old Trafford welcome their former manager in David Moyes and West Ham to Old Trafford. Is a top scorer in this division. He's got 17 goals, 7 more than Harry Kane, who's the second highest goal scorer. He's got 10 goals. Alexander Mitrovic of Fulham has got 9. Ivan Toney of Brentford has got 8. James Maddison of Leicester City. Leandro Trossard of Brighton. Miguel Almiron of Newcastle. Phil Foden of Manchester City. And Roberto Firmino of Liverpool all stocking 6 goals. With the most assists in the league this season. Give it up for the Belgian international. We're talking Kevin De Bruyne, plays club football for Manchester City, has got 9 assists, 4 more than Alexander Iwobi, who's got 5, plays club football for Everton. It's a Nigerian international. Meanwhile, Bernardo Silva of Man City has got 5 as well. And now we're talking Andres Pereira of Fulham, Bukayo Saka of Arsenal, and Jamie Vardy of Leicester City, all on 4 assists this campaign. Look at the injury situation, but please join the conversation now on 090-222-3101. Victor's been knocking. Now the door is open. Welcome, Victor. Good to have you join us here. Yeah, welcome.
Please, we have some Azana in the studio.
Yes, we do.
Good afternoon. But let me say that the news that just broke concerning Nigerian football has really been great. Let me say something very clearly that football here in Nigeria has always been perfectly good. That the league management saying that the football should be showed on the screen is very nice. But let me say that you look at the football we have, because football has many different areas. So those different areas that make the people that is managing their affairs or do their best also to deliver those things that we are. That they should do to make their way forward. Because if you cannot get the academy, you build the academy and build good stadium and invite people not football to join us, we will never. So a good TV station that Nigerian can be managed, because they manage a contract with Nigerian football is difficult.
All right,
so
Victor.
if they want to do a television broadcast, I will be a supporter of it. That's my taking program.
Wow, Investor Victor. Good to have have 5 players out injured. We'll tell you about the extent of the injury and the return date, potential return in a bit. Welcome, football fan. Name and location. Good to have you join us.
Good afternoon. It's Topsy, the voice of Etihad Stadium.
Yeah, Topsy. Good to have you join us.
Let me quickly say something about my game tomorrow at 3 o'clock at the expense of Timberwa Stadium.
Well, it's 12:30.
Leicester City, Brendan Rodgers side.
Topsy, I think you'd have to call us back. It was sounded like you were clean, something like that. Sorry. It's a network kind of thing. Sorry about that, Topsy. I'm very surprised I could do that.
I used to think that's yeah, how about
Welcome, football fan. Name and location. Good to have you join us.
Right.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Thank you. Patrick calling for
All right, Patrick, walk away from your radio set. Just turning it down.
I've done that.
All right.
I want to say something about the Nigeria professional league. If they like, if they don't like, no problem. As you can see, as in all, let me say, a country like how do they call this people? Italy and a lot of leagues them, give everybody, a lot of people join. what is in some way the pain of a Nigerian unit. Those are the things now. I'm otherwise then I want to come and call it eco minimum. I mean, here to all the way from the Chongbang, you know what? I write down to a stadium to go and watch ball, just to have fun. But up to now, every man may go far, FIFA president, what is wrong? Well, it is wrong. As for my team, Chelsea, I give them a very massive 3 points.
All right. Thank you very much for joining. We hope the league returns soon. So hold steady, yeah? Football fan, it's your turn now. Welcome. Good to have you join us.
Good afternoon, Bryce. Another analyst in the studio. This is Mike calling from Akatina.
Welcome, Mike.
I noticed one thing today. Do you know that Argentina have been beating Nigeria with 1-1 goal margin in the last couple of World Cup games? And I noticed that the last World Cup that Argentina eliminated Nigeria, it's Marcos Rojo that has been scoring the winning goal. Well, it's hard to say that the Super Eagles will not be part of the World Cup, but we'll still have fun. As for my team, Real Madrid, I know we lost to Atletico, but we were already done. That was why we were not concentrating on the game. What we want is how we can progress now to the knockout stage and get through it to the final to get our trophy back. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for joining. Appreciate you. Emil Smith Rowe returns on Boxing Day, December 26th. Marcus Vinicius Oliveira Alenza, out with illness, returns this particular weekend. Mohamed Oneni, thigh injury, no return date. Alexander Zinchenko, calf shin heel injury, no return date. Matt Turner, groin hip pelvic injury, no return date. We'll talk about Chelsea in a bit. Welcome, football fan. Name and location. Good to have you join us.
Good afternoon, my name is Ebeno. I want to talk about my Manchester City against their match tomorrow. I'm not really impressed the way my team is playing these days, but I want to wish them all the best against the City because I know the City will come out smoking. I want to win the match. I wish them the best. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for joining. Appreciate you a great deal. Keep it coming, 081762456509022231011. Facebook is also available. We'll head there soon. Welcome, football fan. Name and location.
I'm Arizona. Happy weekend to you guys.
Same to you. Tony, welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me, right? Right, I don't know why every time we are playing North African teams, the referee will be from the North African.
Concern.
I don't know, but I want to assure Nigerians that the Egyptians that we see today, we will not see them any longer.
Amen.
Whatever is their game plan, let Rivers United be, let them keep their head cool, play their game and score as many goals as they can in Nigeria so that going over to Libya, they will be able to play formality match. That's my concern. And for my team, Manchester United, we are picking up and I just wish we should replicate that form that we have in Europa, in the league so that we can leave that position to a better position. Glory, glory, Manchester United. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tony, for joining us. N'Golo Kante has got a thigh injury, returns on the 18th rather of next year, February 2023. Khalidou Koulibaly has got a knee injury, returns on the 2nd of next month. Mateo Kovacic, calf shin heel injury, returns this particular weekend, tomorrow to be particular. Wesley Fofana, knee injury, no return date. Reece James, knee injury, no return date as well. Welcome, football fan. Name and location.
Hello, good afternoon, Sport Group.
Thank you for joining us.
It's Nani from PlanetSports.
Right, welcome. Nani.
Yes, United fans. We are so happy for United. At least, I believe we will top the group before the end of this group stage. Rather than Arizona, I think we should come out to my friends go show today.
Nani, I'm coming out. We're coming out. We'll be outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll be out soon.
No, I'll go see as your fees go show.
Yeah, let's see how that goes, yeah?
Yes.
Come ready.
Yeah.
Ricardo Barbosa Pereira returns on the 11th of next year, February Wilfred Didi's got a thigh injury, returns this weekend. Johnny Evans returns this weekend as well. Ryan Bertrand, no return date. Welcome, football fan. Demarcation.
Hello, guys. Good afternoon. Nelson calling from.
Nelson, thank you for joining.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, Ahmed Musa is one individual I think we should emulate. As a player, he's loyal and never ready to play for his country. As a Nigerian, his patriotism is second to none. Honestly, 700 naira placed on each goal. I think it's taken his generosity to another level. If you have to. I wish other other very good players be like him. By now, we would have won lots of titles. Whenever Musa plays for Nigeria, he gives every damn thing on the pitch. After his retirement as a player, I think he will do well if his people want him to serve politically, to serve them politically and otherwise. I'm a Musa, my opinion is exceptional. Honestly, he's been giving out money. I wish other Nigerians would be like him. He is so special. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much for joining us, Nelson. Welcome, football fan. Never location. It's a drop court situation there, so that gives us time to talk about Liverpool. Luis Fernando Diaz is back on Boxing Day, December 26th. Joel Matip returns on the 6th of next month. And Naby Keita, 6th of next month as well. We're talking November. Thiago Alcantara returns this weekend. Jordan Henderson is back this weekend. For Arthur Ramos de Oliveira Melo, no return date. Diego Jota, no return date.
Please, I want to know the injury of our man Chichenko, when he will return. And I want to also comment on Twitter yesterday. I wasn't so happy with his selection. Because if you have 100%, continue to have the 100%. Why was he keeping all those players until when the damage was done before he bring them in? I did not like it. He was saying, Arteta knows that he has no bench. Let them target good 3 or 4 players this January, next January, so that we will get bench if we want to make any impact in the league this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Conrad, for joining. Welcome, football fan. Name and location.
Good afternoon, Brett and Sports Crew.
Yeah, Top Gunner. Welcome.
Brett, Flamingoes meet German ladies again. A repeat of the opening game. In their last game with Colombia, they tried, defended well. Nobody gave them the chance. The lack of technical depth won the Flamingos the way to glory. Colombians were shaking. They were straight. During the penalty taking, Coach Bankole and team psychologists ought to give them a moral pep talk before the deciding penalty. I wish the chances against the German ladies. Flamingos go and complete the job and give Nigeria the bronze medal. Losing against the German will be unforgettable. Better they grab the bronze than the 0 medal. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for joining. Top Gunner, we appreciate you. For Alexander Zinchenko, for Comrade, well, there's no return date, so his injury. Well, Erling Haaland is back this weekend. That, according to the physios, had ankle foot injury in midweek, some illness too. Yao Cancelo returns this weekend. For Calvin Phillips, shoulder injury, is returned to training, but absolutely not ready for any match just yet. Kyle Walker is out, no return dates. For Manchester United, Aaron Wan-Bissaka returns this weekend. Is fit for Sunday. It's the same story for Anthony Martial, who's had some lower back injury. He's back on Sunday. Action. Same story for Mason Greenwood, Axel Tanzebe. We're talking Rafa Varane, no return dates. That's the story from there. For Tottenham Sports, Dejan Kulusevski, no return dates, got a thigh injury. Richarlison de Andrade is not ready for action just yet. So just 2 injured players for Tottenham Sports. We'll check this one, and Mari takes us to Facebook in a bit. Welcome, football fan. Name and location. It's a drop call situation there, so let's do West Ham ahead of the trip to Manchester United. Lucas Toletinto Calo de Lima has got a shoulder injury, returns on the 6th of next month. Maxwell Connett returns on the 3rd of next month. For Craig Dawson is back this weekend. Jaron Bowen also back this weekend. Welcome, football fan. Your name, your location. Good to have you join us. Thank you for joining.
Right. First, congratulations to you. Seem to be dedicated to this fight. Because it's like you lack a lot to say. You've given fans more opportunities. Right. Let me talk about our girls. I think it is not all about talking. Anytime you allow, what I saw in the last match, I was not impressed with the way they could allow the ball to the load to be over for the girls. You know, there is nothing you will tell me in this life. I have played football. When you're tired, you cannot do anything again. Even to mark, you cannot mark. God only stand with them for them to be able to play the draw for that few minutes. The Colombians were stronger than the Nigerian girls, but all of a sudden their coach keeps changing, which energized the team more. But why did the man took other girls down there without making any single change? When you see that the load is over for the young girls. So I don't think tomorrow, or maybe on Sunday, anything different will come. If the coach doesn't change mentality, his tactics, I think it will not work. For you, at least I think, at least for 70 or 60 minutes, you bring in new legs for them to come and start the work. That is my own contribution. I don't see anything. Germans still dominate us, even in the senior national team. I see no change here.
All right, Dominic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for joining. All right, let's go to Facebook and have a bite of the comments from there in a bit. Now we understand. So if we can sneak in one quick call, well, Mari should be set up to then. Welcome, football fan. Name and location.
Good morning. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
I am Andy.
Andy, welcome.
Okay, so not ask which club is playing with Chelsea?
Brighton.
Okay, Brighton.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Pastor.
Thank you very much indeed for joining the conversation. We appreciate you, Mari.
Yeah, from the sports page, Standing Stanley says, imagine Arsenal demand for Jesus, but Man City gave them Judas Iscariot. Please tell okay to put mouth for this matter. Emily Onsoko says, wonderful performance from my team United. It was nice to see legend Maguire back on the pitch on Planet Sport. Overcomer Williams says, indeed, Camp Nou is the home of the greatest comebacks and wonders. Imagine Barca playing Champions League fixture when they are already in the Europa League. Good luck to the Flamingos against Germany. Bakayoko Patuski says, good afternoon, sports crew. Happy weekend to you all in the studio. I want to wish my team Chelsea the best of luck this weekend against Brighton and help me celebrate my lovely sister because today is her birthday. Her name is Ifre Samuel. Thank you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Ifre Samuel. Stanley, Jack Grealish Udo says, I want to say that Manchester United did a wonderful job last night. We're now looking forward to Sunday's match against West Ham. I wish them a deserved win. Up United, up Ten Hag, we move. Daniel Obisong says he was very happy to my team United yesterday victory against Sheriff. Jamsey Official says it was great victory for my team. Manchester United, and it was great seeing Ronaldo scoring. I wish them good luck this weekend. Ability Udosen says I appreciate the good work that people are doing over there. Because I want to wish my team Chelsea good luck as they going to face Brighton rather. I believe that they'll grab all the massive 3 points. Thanks for having me. Israeli says good afternoon, sports great the weekend again. So as football across Europe returns, it's better to play in the Europa League than being out of the European journey. Barca, welcome. Arsenal Shockers. It's the Gunners fan from Uyo. Those are the comments from the live feed. We'll go to the from the sports picture. We'll go to the live feed right now, Brighton, and two comments.
Respected begins tonight. Mallorca welcome Espanyol. Almeria taking Celta Vigo tomorrow by 1. Cadiz Atletico Madrid by 3:15. Sevilla at the Roman Sanchez Pizjuán against Rayo Vallecano by 5:30. Valencia, the Mestalla hosts Barca tomorrow by 8. On Sunday, Osasuna hosts Valladolid. Real Madrid are in action at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu, the host Girona Athletic Club, that's Athletic Bilbao, taking Villarreal. Sociedad versus Betis and Elche versus Getafe. Now let's look at individual stats. Lewandowski is the top scorer there. He's got 12 goals. Borja Iglesias of Real Betis has got 7, same as Joselo of Espanyol. Federico Valverde of Real has got 6, same as Iago Aspas of Celta Vigo, we understand now. For most assists in the league, well, that goes to Ousmane Dembele of Barca. Mikel Merino has got 4, 1 less than Dembele. That's the same story for Robert Lewandowski of Barca. He also has 4 assists. Rodrigo of Real Madrid has got 4 assists. Alejandro Balde of Barca, 3 assists. Ansu Fati of Barca, 3 assists. David Alaba of Real, 3. Gerard Gumbau of Elche. Hugo Guillamon of Valencia. Yao Felix of Atletico. Lee Kang-in of Mallorca. Nico Williams of Athletic Club. And Real Madrid's Vinicius Jr. all on 3 assists. Start from there, what it looks like after this batch of calls. Jonathan 090-222-310-1027 624-8565. Well, press conference, managers are talking for Guardiola. It's about waiting on the fitness of Erling Braut Haaland. Conte is talking about the VAR, saying, I haven't changed my mind on VAR. Ten Hag says, I don't save my best players for the Premier League. Graham Potter says, some Brighton fans won't like him. Club is assuring Thiago is back for Liverpool. Welcome, football fan. Name and location. Good to have you join us.
Right.
Yeah, talk Ghana back again.
I love that CAF wants to give Nigeria the hosting right of 2025 AFCON. But I'm against it for the following reason. We have internal crisis in our league. Our league is in limbo. Our club, Super Eagles, Super Falcons, are not getting it better. Many of our stadiums are below standard. Any of us owning our referees billions of naira. But our health facility is nothing to run home apart. Let the sports minister and Sheikh Buzo clean the dirty in our football circles. Remember that we can't take the right when our house is on fire. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Top Ghana, for joining us. Welcome, football fan. Name and location.
Hello, Brad.
Yeah, welcome back, Victor.
Yeah, let me say that for Barcelona to go to a Europa League is not a bad thing. I know that Robert Lewandowski is first time there, but always a tough. As for Manchester United, see how some improve themselves. So let they have more style and play in the Premier League. Let me say for us to go to Brighton that we will get our coach. It's going to be an honor game, but in this case, we will play and Chelsea must get 3 points on the match. That's my take. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, Victor, rejoining in the conversation. Now, the story from home here. Now, ahead of the CAF Conditions Cup playoff round, CAF is named Egyptian match officials for the Rivers United El Nasser matches. Yesterday they named Mohamed Maruf Ed Mansour of Egypt as center referee for the game. Is 35. And he will be assisted by his compatriot Mohamed Abouziz Alal, assistant referee 1, Ahmed Osaim LD, the assistant referee 2, while Mohamed El Said Hussein will serve as 4th official. Prince Kai Sakwe from Sierra Leone will be the match commissioner, and Gambia's Mendy John will be the referee's successor, while Ozzy Salami is to serve as the COVID-19 officer. The game is slated for the Adoke Masia Amaka Stadium in Port Harcourt next week.
Don't look down.
Of the Total Energies African Cup of Nations AFCON 2025, CAF sent a notice to the member associations who expressed their interest in hosting the AFCON 2025, including a process that will be followed in the selection of the host country or countries, as it were. According to the bidding process timeline, deadline for submitting the declaration of interest form has been fixed for the 11th of November 2022, while on November 16th, That's the deadline for CAF to send the hosting documents to member associations that have declared their interest. Right, so like what's happening in Germany this weekend. Talk us through the fixtures.
Yeah, action starts today, where winner Bremen will take on Hector Berlin by 7:30 today. Then for tomorrow, 2 o'clock kickoff starts with Bayern Munich playing Bayern Munich playing Mainz 05 by 2:30. Then RB Leipzig will play Bayern Leverkusen same time. Stuttgart will welcome Augsburg same time. Then Wolfsburg will welcome Bochum same time. Then the late kickoff has to be Eintracht Frankfurt hosting Borussia Dortmund.
Right.
Then action returns on Sunday. Table toppers take on Borussia Mönchengladbach. Table toppers Union Berlin take on Borussia Mönchengladbach. Then by 5:30, Shakhtar Donetsk welcome Schalke 04 welcome Freiburg. Then 7:30 we have FC Cologne take on Hoffenheim, and that's the last for the match.
All right. Talk to us about Italy.
Yeah, right. Action returns today. Napoli against Sassuolo.
Today?
Yeah, tomorrow rather, not today. Tomorrow, beg for pardon. Lecce take on the Juventus. Inter Milan against Sampdoria. Empoli against Atalanta comes up later tomorrow. Cremonese against Udinese. Spezia, Fiorentina, Lazio take on Salernitana. Torino welcome AC Milan. Verona take on AS Roma, and Monza take on Bologna. 4 are the top scorers so far after match day 11 rather. It's Marko Arnautovic with 7 goals so far for Bologna. Followed by Ciro Immobile, who has 6 goals so far and 3 assists. Lautaro Martinez has got 6 goals and 2 assists. Dusan Vlahovic of Juventus has 6 goals. Rafael Leao has 5 goals. Kivica Kvaratskhelia has 5 goals. Paulo Dybala has 5. Beto of Udinese has got 5 goals so far for his team. So Napoli still sit top right, of course, 24 points. A matter of goal difference separating them. They have 29 points, rather 29. AC Milan comes second with 26 points. Lazio third with 24 points. Atalanta fourth with 24 points. For Juventus, by the way, sit in 8th position with 19 points. Inter Milan sits 7th with 21 points.
All right. The story from Italy. Let's go to France now. Tonight. Tomorrow 4 p.m. PSG taking Troyes. Strasbourg taking Marseille by 8. Auxerre, Ajaccio. Well, the game comes up on Sunday. Monaco taking Angers. Nantes, Clermont-Foot. Brest taking Reims. Montpellier. Lorient taking Nice. Lyon taking Lille. Biggest fixture for the weekend. PSG are top, 32 points after 12 matches. 10 wins for them. Draws. Yet to lose a Lyon game this particular season. They've got a goal difference of plus 27, having scored 32, conceding 5. Lens is second, surprise package so far. They've got 27 points. It's a matter of superior and inferior goal difference, keeping them there ahead of Lorient, who've also got 27 points. Reims complete the top 4. They've got 24. Marseille not too far from the top 4, just a point behind Reims with 23 points. Lille are 6th, Monaco 7th, Lyon 8th, Clermont-Foot 9th, and Toulouse are 10th. In the relegation zone, we've got Auxerre in 18th, Ajaccio 19th, and Angers, well, it's shocking. The rock bottom, just 8 points after 12 matches. Well, individual stats shows Kylian Mbappe of PSG has got 10 goals, is the top scorer in the division. Has got 1 more than Jonathan David of Lille and Neymar, the Santos Junior, the both on 9 goals. Sarah Murphy of Nigeria and Lorient has got 8. Alexander Lacazette and Folarin Balogun and Martin Terrier of Lyon, Reims and Reims respectively have got 7 goals. The most assists in the French Ligue 1, well, goes to the Argentine Supremo Lionel Andres Messi of PSG. Has got 9 assists. It's followed by his club teammates Neymar. Neymar's got 7. Chao Enrique Oliveira Silva of Monaco has got 5 assists. Adrien Truffo of Reims. Branco van der Bomen of Toulouse. Dango Ouattara of Lorient. Fata Moussassa of Montpellier. Fares Shaibi of Toulouse. Jonathan Klaus of Marseille. And Remy Cabella of Lille. All on 4 assists. I've comprehensively covered Europe's top 5 leagues for you. The table, the fixtures, and the individual stats. Welcome, football fan. Name and location. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, my name is Anthony Kazil. I'm calling from.
All right.
Rajiv, I want to talk about the analysis you do the way you start the show by Nigerian professional league. I want to let you know something. There's something we call class and level. You know, I always appreciate you whenever I hear your voice on the sports show, because you also learn from others, from the practice and come here. And today you are doing a fine job on the studio by locating the mic to all the analysis, all the other guys in the studio, making the show being fun. But the truth is, Rivers United lost candorously. Right? If I was like maybe the governor of Rivers State, I wouldn't have given those guys 10 comments for losing that kind of imagined scoreline. Is it that you guys were playing, or what was that? Or you are not playing the ball because you are playing because you want to make money. You are not playing that something is at stake. So that's my take on the show. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you. And thank you for your call. We hear, or should I say Solarex? Well, I'll start with Solarex now. United goalkeeper David De Gea has reportedly left off Spain's 55-man provisional squad list for next month's World Cup in Qatar. That's according to the Daily Mail. Spanish boss Luis Enrique submitted his preliminary list of players in contention to play at the tournament, which is final 26-man squad will be selected from. That's why the large squad size. There is still no place for De Gea, who's been overlooked for three other Premier League goalkeepers in that particular squad. Now, the three goalkeepers expected to fly to Qatar are Athletic Bilbao's Unai Simon, Brighton's Robert Sanchez, and Brentford's David Raya. Meanwhile, Chelsea's Kepa Arrizabalaga, Getafe's David Soria have been chosen as backups in case of any injuries or illnesses prior to the tournament. 55, no room, no place for David De Gea.
Well, Bright, first up, I'm not surprised because I think football has, evolved past the era of goalkeeper only being shot stoppers. And if you look at how the manager plays, I think he's a kind of manager that wants to keep the ball on the ground and play, being good passer of the ball as well. And Bright's talking of, we've seen different goalkeepers this season, talking of Alisson, Anderson. They are all assisting, giving pinpoints, ball to the attackers to score when things are very tight, in the game. So Bright, I'm not surprised, he's being dropped out of that particular team, but he's still a fine stopper. I think being a short stopper is more than being a playing goalkeeper.
I want to agree because, first off, Luis Enrique is the coach. He's the manager of the side. He knows he has a philosophy, football style, and he wants to get players that fit to that football style. I agree. You understand that he wants his goalkeepers to play on the floor because he's a coach that fancies the tiki-taka style of play. Remember,
he's a sweeping keeper.
Yeah, but then the first job of a goalkeeper is to prevent the ball from getting to the goal, not to start play, not to initiate attacks. First up, and David De Gea has done that steady.
Is he a better shot stopper compared to Unai Simon?
Yes.
We're talking with the Spanish national team, not with Manchester United or Athletic Bilbao.
Yes, right. This whole David De Gea story started when he had a bat from United, and then he was really poor, and then he was even benched by Sergio Romero, remember, and then Enrique came in at that same span of time and then didn't want to get him called up anymore. What is David Raya doing there if you can't bring in De Gea?
Yeah, but, we always sat here and we talked about football and other sports being a game of opportunity.
Definitely.
Now, when you have your chance, what do you do with it matters a whole lot. Now, for a while, many say David De Gea felt untouchable. Felt like there was no one in his era, no one... he didn't look over his shoulder.
I agree.
Look at the story of Chelsea and Kepa Arrizabalaga. Edward Mendy felt comfortable, but Kepa's popped up from the bench and he doesn't want to lose that spot. And many say that's his position Unai Simon is in right now. Inspiring form, he does everything the manager wants him to do. So why bring back David De Gea?
Right. First off, I'm talking about quality, basically. I understand. Unai Simon, I watch him play at Bilbao, I watch him play at the Spanish national team. He's nothing better than he's not better than De Gea, if you ask me. Well, Unai Simon has been a mainstay. Unai Simon has been a mainstay in De Gea's Enrique's time, but
better than Luis Enrique.
And that's what I'm saying. First off, I started by saying he's a coach. He has a philosophy that he wants to get in players of his philosophy, but I don't think he should leave.
So will it make sense? Will it make sense, or does it make sense that Luis Enrique will stick with, a goalkeeper who is not performing because he doesn't just like De Gea?
Nah, but I don't think it's about not liking De Gea. I'm looking at it.
So critically, we're talking about performance. If it's performance, then
quality, experience. Basically, De Gea has been in this stage before. In 2018, he did very well for the Spanish national team.
2018.
Yes.
We'll continue this conversation tomorrow. Meanwhile, happy birthday, Francis.
Oh, yeah.
Skipper, you have my
big
very
man chiller.
best wishes.
Happy birthday, Francis Uzo.
Nah, not today. It's not his birthday. Oh, yeah. Today's his birthday. It's not pictures.
How old now?
24.
24.
Yeah, it's 24.
Happy
today.
birthday to the 24-year-old Nigerian
International
goalkeeper who plays for Omoni and Nicosia. You have our very best wishes.
Francis Odinaka Uzoho.
No. The news are updated for, and then
We ball.
we ball. It's time to ball, guys. I'm Bryce James. Thank you, Mari.